Hello everyone. Well, I'm back here again. Really cracking on with this weekend. But then, what else do you do when it's 80-mile-an-hour winds outside and it hasn't stopped raining? It's a very good weekend day for getting on with a little railway project. So, since my last update, I'll just show you how I am getting on. First of all, I mentioned the sort of pre-ballasting, and you can just see what I was talking about. So I've basically, where the points are areas are, I've gone on and actually put some ballast down on the baseboard before then laying the track down, and that just means that when you come to ballast the point area, you don't need to do so much ballast because you've already got some ballast showing through underneath the track. So I do find that's quite useful. In terms of fixing the track down, I have used a very good, trying to find it, what have I done with it? A very good tool that I've got, which I can't find. So I'm just going to pause this and come straight back. Found it. It was under the baseboard. So yeah, this is what I was talking about. Got this off eBay. It was about £5. Obviously, camera won't focus very well on this, but it came with it's a tiny screwdriver, and it comes with the very tiny screws. It's obviously magnetic, as you can see, and it's absolutely fantastic for screwing the track into a baseboard, especially this one because it's quite soft, this baseboard. So the track is held in nice and firmly now, and when I come to ballast it, that will take care of the rest. So I've done the pre-ballasting, I've laid down the track, I've made a small change over here. I have put an extra set track point in here just to add more interest. And as I've gone along, I've been careful to be using the buildings that I'm going to be using, and obviously I've positioned the track all the time with a wagon. And I'm just checking the clearances, making sure that the vehicles will go through everything without fouling. And as I'm putting the track together, I'm making very careful that one of the joins doesn't ride above the fish plate. Then you get a sort of, you can't see it very well when you're doing it, but then obviously you get a massive great ridge if you do that. Put this water tower here, and I've been very careful to to measure that this will just go between the two sections of track with a clearance there, and on the other side it will be the same as well. And again, I've measured this bit here, so it's just making sure that all the buildings will fit into place. And again, here, there. This section here, I've got some weights down because this is just a long piece of track here. My set track ends here, and I've just used a piece of flexible track just to go to the end. And because it's so large, I've just put some PVA glue down and some weights, and that will sort of hold that in place. If you go to the end, there we go. You can see I've been careful to make sure that it's all a nice flowing, basically a straight really. You don't want any kinks in that. So that's going to glue overnight. Then I will finish laying the rest of the track this evening, and then of course the next step I'll be on to ballasting already. So I'm really pleased with the progress I've made so far, and I've started laying the for the girder bridge I mentioned. I've now laid the relevant parts onto this is thick card, so those bits need to go on thick card. These bits go on light card. And then, of course, the other parts, which are just the cover layers, they're just printed on the paper. So I shall also be starting on the girder bridge shortly as well. But yeah, just a little bit more track to finish, and then I'm onto the ballasting. And I'm really pleased with how this is going to look. It's going to be hopefully a nice little diorama shelf layout with enough. It's just got the right balance, really. It just looks like it's going to have the right number of buildings. It's not going to be too crowded. It's going to be nice and flowing. And there'll be plenty of sidings, so there'll be enough space to have wagons and trains in. Okay, thanks for this update. I'll come back again shortly. Cheers for now.